Hey friends, it's your host Steph Connell, lifelong goal-getter, betterment seeker, and both a student and master of making mindset matter. Through my 10 years of experience in coaching and leadership, I've seen passion and purpose diminish to form life's cookie-cutter mold. And due to that, you see the train of unhappiness get more and more bogged down. My mission in life is to get a rise out of you. Together, we are building a community of women who can not only voice their vision, but bring that to fruition. You are daring. You are valued. You are needed. And you are ever growing, my friend. The world needs our courage, and we are bringing it on strong. So without further ado, let's get to it. It's time to be bold. Hey, today's wake-up call is so beautiful through this really great analogy story. I just really want to share a little snippet of adversity with you because it seems so often that we want to deter ourselves from anything that feels uncomfortable. And I want you to really see uncomfortable as your way to be your best self. You will not be the person you're looking for or have the life that you want if you are comfortable with what you have right now. And being comfortable, not just physically what you have, not home, not car, not job, but who you are, the opportunities that you have, how you feel, how you react to things. If you are completely comfortable with everything, you will not become different or change for the better. Because no matter what, and people will always say, oh, how was your day today? Oh, it could be worse. But I always remind them it could be better too. And I say that out of grace and acceptance and gratitude for current life. It doesn't mean that today is not enough and what's going on is not enough and what I have is not enough. It does not mean it at all. But in order to grow, you have to set the life that you have right now aside. You have to be willing to outgrow your life and outgrow yourself. And so how we handle change and challenge and adversity is going to matter on which direction we take. If we stay where we are, or if we move forward, or if we move backwards. And I don't really like even saying backwards because it's just different. It's just different because it is what it is. I should say left and right. Are you going to move left or right? Or are you going to stay where you are? That's a much better way to look at that direction. But I want to share a brief little story, not even a story. I want you to think. This is going to be a thinking one. So let's take a few items and I want you to figure out who you are. Which item are you when it comes to challenge and adversity? How do you see things? I'm going to have a boiling pot of water, okay? We're increasing the temperature. We're getting the heat going. It's scalding hot. You could burn yourself on this. And I want you to think about these 3 different things that I can place in the pot of water and how they all uniquely take on and address the hot water differently. They all change in some shape, way, or form. The first item that I'm going to put, so are you this one? Are you a potato? So a potato, if you look at a potato prior, it's hard. It's firm. A fresh potato is solid. If you have to chop through it, you can feel it with the knife. It's like a chop. It's solid. Okay. If I put that potato in boiling water for 10 minutes, what happens to it? It gets soft. It gets mushy. Okay, that's when we can make the mashed potatoes. It really softens. It softens all of it, right? The skin, everything. Everything will soften and you can cook with it easier. Okay? That's the first item I can put in one boiling pot of water. The second boiling pot of water that I'm going to add an item into is an egg. And I want you to think about the inside, what's actually happening with these items. And the inside, how are you handling boiling water in life? An egg. What's an egg like? It's like a liquid on the inside. It's all mushy, right? If I were to crack that egg, it'd like goop out it'd be all like gooey. You know what egg looks like. But if I pop that in the water and I boil it for 10 minutes, what happens? It becomes hard, firm. It toughens up. Now, I want you to really think about yourself when it comes to these analogies. Because the third item that I can add to the water is quite interesting. Now, you might, oftentimes when I heard this story, I was like, oh, I am the egg. I am tough as nails. I can take on whatever. I have been through lots in life. This is real. This is really, I was like, I am not weak. I am, that's how I would think. I was like, I would take confidence and I would be like, yeah, that's me. Whenever I get thrown into the water, I'm like tough, thick skin, right? I've built an armor. I've been through lots. I don't feel anything anymore. That's truly how I would see things until I heard the third one. Now, what is this third one? I mean, we've heard both scenarios. You can either become soft on the inside where it's really hurt. You've taken a lot of the pain on. You really feel a lot of it and you feel victimized. You feel pulled down. You feel weaker. You feel like life really it's got you, right? Or there's the other option where you're the egg and then nothing can hurt me. I'm tough as nails, but then you don't feel either there. You don't even allow emotion to come in. You're like a wall and doors are shut. You don't let anyone in. You don't feel, there's a lot of built up shell there. You've become tough in a sense, like a tough steak, if you want to say, and nobody likes a tough steak. So the third one, when I heard the third, I was like, there's nothing else. I'm tough. And I took pride in that. I felt good about being a tough one until I heard the third one, which was, what if I put a coffee bean? What if I put a coffee bean in the water? What happens? This is the one item that you want to be the coffee. Isn't this a good one? Because this is Be Bold. We're having our coffee. This is what we do. And we're talking about coffee. I like this one. If you turn to coffee, what happens? Nothing happens to the coffee. Nothing happens to the coffee bean. Nothing. But what does happen is the water changes. The water changes. The coffee bean creates coffee. Change the water. So the lesson behind this is not to be the potato and not to be the egg, but to be the coffee bean. Because the coffee bean takes on its environment and makes it into something better. It transformed it. It's not that you don't want to feel, and it's not that you are victimized. We're taking on things that are just happening in life. Nothing is happening to you or for you. Nothing is happening in either of those directions. It's just happening. But you have the opportunity to be the bean and change what's happening around you to work for you. That's what you have. You have the coffee bean. You have it within you. This is where we have the opportunity to totally transform the world around us, our experiences. See for what they are. Be confident and strong in who you are and manage yourself, manage your emotions, and manage what is coming at you. Jim Rohn, he's fantastic. It's not the blowing of the wind. It's the set of the sail. That's the key to someone landing on successful grounds. It's not what's happening out there. It's what's happening within here. You and how you handle it and how you change it and transform it. Time for coffee. So listen, I really enjoyed spending these moments with you today, and I hope you did too. My gratitude is through the roof. But in order for us to make even more magic in this world, we've got to spend more time together. Make it your focus to connect consistently so you can continue to gain and change up your days to come. Secondly, we are a direct result of who we hang around with, and now you're in the world of becoming better. By sharing this episode, you are making an impact in someone's life, and frankly, we're just better together. And don't forget to tag me so I can send some love and shoutouts back, my friend. Until next time, this is your host, Steph, on Be Bold.